Hi everybody. In this video we are going to talk about how to get rid of fear to speak in English. Many of the beginners and the second language learners, their main problem is how to tackle fear while they try to make a conversation or to give a speech or to talk in English. Fear is the most common problem we all face while we start to speak in English. So, why fear happens and how to get rid of it, that is what we are going to discuss in this video. So, fear is a common problem to many beginners when they try to speak in English or try to make a conversation. So, why fear happens? Fear happens because of two reasons. You worry about others and you worry about what if I go wrong, what if I make mistakes. So, these are the two things that makes you be afraid of speaking in English. Fear also happens for a psychological reason. In our subconscious mind, very deep in our mind, we are programmed from childhood that we should not make any mistakes in front of others because the parents, the teachers, they punish us for our mistakes. Whenever we make mistakes, our parents or elders or teachers have punished us, that is the reason that we are deeply programmed that we should not make any mistakes. That becomes a problem when you try to speak a sentence in English. You think about what if I go wrong? I should not make mistakes. Since this psychological thing is affecting you, you will not be confident to speak up in front of others or you. So fear happens because of psychological reasons, just thinking about what if I go wrong, what if I make a mistake, what others will think about me, what if others laugh at me. That is the reason. But the person who is very determined to succeed will face everything. How could one be very relaxed and confident and could speak whatever he wants with other persons? How to overcome fear? Here is the remedy. First, you have to understand that fear is natural. There is nothing to be worried about. Everybody will have some fear. Even the expert public speakers, when they go in front of the audience, they will have fear for a few seconds, or before the presentation they would be little afraid about how it will go. So this is natural, but they will overcome that. They don't worry too much about that. Then they skip about the idea. Then they will concentrate on what they have to do. Afraid in the beginning is quite normal. It's not a big problem. But what you have to think is you should face your fear. If you are afraid to make a conversation with somebody, you have to try that. Really initiate a conversation with somebody, a small talk. You don't have to make a big conversation. By making this, you may fail, you may make mistakes. Somebody even may laugh at you. But remember one thing, the people who laugh, they are not fluent in English. You can always see whoever speaks English well, fluently, good, they will never laugh at somebody's mistakes. The people who laugh and ridicule are the people who are not able to speak in English. So you don't have to worry about who are all laughing at you. You don't focus about others. You should have to make a resolution that I don't worry about others. I will not worry about others. If you worry about others and you can't make a conversation, you can't try this. If you don't try, you can't make progress. So first you have to stop worrying about what others will think about you. It doesn't matter what others think about you. People will always criticize you. If you fail, they will criticize. Even if you succeed, they will say you succeeded by luck or some other reasons. So you should only listen to people who encourages you, who supports you. If somebody gives you a constructive criticism, you could accept that and learn from that. You could correct that. But if somebody just ridicules you, laugh at you, or pull your leg, you should not worry about that person. You should have an attitude, I don't bother about that person. I don't care about what others think of me. Then only you can continue your journey. Once you have said that kind of attitude, I don't bother about others, I will keep on doing what is right for me, and you don't worry about mistakes, you see that as an opportunity to learn and you try to speak with others. then what is the next step? See, till then you are very confident, you will have some fear. To get rid of fear, the other thing is to make a lot of practice. Practice speaking English, not with others, but to yourself. You have to do a lot of self-talking. What is that? It sounds crazy, but you have to do that. I did that for English. I did that for Hindi. Now I'm going to give you 3 secret practical techniques that will boost your confidence, improve your willpower, make you very strong mentally, and also you will develop a lot through this, and finally you will get rid of fear. Not only get rid of fear, you will become a very attractive speaker. What is that? That is called self-practice. You have to talk to yourself. It sounds crazy, right? Yeah, it is crazy. People will think you are crazy if you practice that. So it is a better advice you tell your parents, your family members if you do that, because when they accidentally catch you, they may think that you went crazy. So you have to say, I'm going to practice like this for improving English, so that they are informed and they won't mistake you. If you have a private room or if you have a garden space and where there is a tree and you are under a tree where nobody is there, it is preferable. So you look to a tree, or in your room you look to the wall or any object. You can talk just like there is a person in front of you, and you make an imaginary conversation. When you do like that, initially it will be strange, but it has 3 advantages. What are they? First, nobody is there to force you to reply or ask a question in a short time. You can take your own time. You can create the sentences in your mind and you can talk. You can take your own time. But if there is a real person in front of you, that person won't wait for 5 minutes, 6 minutes. Second thing, there is nobody to find your mistakes. You can make any number of mistakes just because you are private, and nobody there to criticize you or ridicule you or laugh at you. Third thing is that you can do as much as you want. You can go for a half an hour session or you can do it for 1 minute. There is no problem. There is no formality required, and there is no kind of linearity or any order is required. You can go just random. You want to speak anything, you want to practice any question, any answer, any explanation, that is good. So this way you practice slowly, slowly you will build up your confidence. First day, second day, third day, it will be very strange, but the fourth day onwards you will get used to it. This is first technique. Second technique is a very magical technique that is helping so many people in the world. All the great speakers, the celebrities, politicians, actors, actresses, those who are in the presentation media or business, they do it. What is that? That is called the mirror practice. What is mirror practice? You stand in front of a mirror, or you take a small mirror and you see your face and talk to that face just like you are talking to another person. You have to look eye to eye and you have to talk. You have to look into the eye and watch the mouth, how it is pronouncing. You have to talk just like that. Initially it will be difficult, or it may sound strange, or you may feel shy, but slowly, slowly you will gain more confidence. Looking into the eye in front of the mirror will give you a lot of confidence boost, so that you could look into others eye easily and you can make conversation. So mirror practice is an excellent practice. I will make a separate detailed video about that later on, because this is a confidence booster. I have been using this technique for past 12 years. I use this for English training. I use this for Hindi training because I'm fluent in Hindi. And I also use this to improve my singing. The third technique is an advanced technique. If you have a mobile phone, surely you will have a voice recorder. If you want a quality voice recorder, you can download it and install it. So what you have to do is you have to talk to your voice recorder. You have to record your voice. You can read a text, you can talk an imaginary conversation, or you could even give a speech. Record it and listen to it. This is the toughest thing. Why? Because when you listen to your voice in English, if you are a beginner or this is the first time you are listening to your voice on a voice recorder in English, you will feel very shy. Yes, when I started this technique 12 years before, for 3 months I was shy. I couldn't listen to my own voice. I will like all others' voice, but when I listen to my own voice, it's difficult because I can't listen even for 1 minute continuously. I felt so shy. So I tell you, when you initially listen to your own voice, it will sound the strangest voice. You will think that, is this my voice? I never thought my voice will be like this. So your voice is always good. Remember that. Whatever this kind of tone and voice do you have, it is very, very good. Everybody's voice is good. The only thing that sounds strange is you are listening for the first time through recording. That's what you have to get used to it. It will take some days, some weeks, or even some months. So when you record your voice and you listen to it, you will have different kind of improvement. What is that? You will know how you pronounce the words, you will know about your flow, and you will also know about your grammar mistakes. So slowly you can improve your pronunciation and you can improve your confidence. This will really help. All the professionals make this kind of practice, mirror practice and this practice, or talking alone. All these three, somebody use only one technique. It depends. But I recommend you to use all these three. But if you don't like listening and recording and listening, it's your choice. For the past 12 years, I have been using this technique. I will record my voice and I will listen to it. First few months, I was very shy. Few months, I was very, very shy to speak up. One more advantage of this method is that you can keep a record and you can listen later on. You will also compare your output of the past with your current output. After 10 days practice, after 1 month, you could listen to your voice clip of 1 month before and you could compare how it is now. You will feel the progress. So this is another way. Final thing is you have to practice with your conversational partner. As I said in the last video, you should have to find some conversational partner so that both of you will share your knowledge, both of you have progress, practice, and both of you will encourage each other. So if there are other opportunities to use your English, you can talk with other people, you better use it. So these are the ways. One more thing is that there are people who couldn't make sentences accurately. So for them, what to do? I will give a detailed video, but now I would tell you the basic technique. You have to learn how to make sentences, but first you have to write down. Before speaking, you have to write down and you have to check for mistakes. You have to give it to somebody who speaks or knows English well. That person can correct you. It may be your teacher, it may be your friend, it may be your parent, it may be even your younger or elder siblings, sisters or brothers. So you have to know whether you are making, you are able to make correct sentences on writing. If you could write sentences accurately, you could also speak accurately, but it will take time. These practices I said before will help. So for somebody who is not able to make sentences accurately in writing, they can't speak accurately. For them, I will recommend to give a lot of inputs through reading stories and watching things and learning grammar, also doing grammar exercise. I will teach grammar later on. We require board and we will go in a simple manner, a series of videos for grammar. I would recommend not to study full-fledged grammar. You have to do it step by step. Grammar is useful for two things. One is to know whether you are making mistakes, and second is to avoid mistakes. It is helpful for getting accuracy. Also, it will helpful for finding the mistakes. Grammar is not a big deal. First, you have to be creative. Then you have to be accurate. So don't worry about grammar. And one of the very important reason for people do afraid of speaking English. They worry about grammar mistakes. Don't worry about grammar. I will make separate videos for how to approach the grammar. Grammar is useful for two things. One is to know your mistakes, to correct your mistakes. Second is to know whether you are speaking accurate. It helps for accuracy. It also helps for finding errors. That's all. But natural way of speech we learn through inputs of reading and listening. These are the two things. So keep practicing, and I will make series of videos on grammar in a easy way, because we will approach in a practical way how to be accurate in grammar also. You have to remember it takes 3 months to 6 months for anybody to attain fluency if they already know understand the language. But one who learns from scratch, it may take more time. So if you already understand English, you could write something, or you could make some sentences. It is possible to speak fluently in 3 months and 6 months. Interest is the qualification. Another thing is continuous practice, the right practice. I will be making continuous videos about what are the ways, what are the secrets, because I have plenty of experience. So keep on practicing yourself, and if you want any particular kind of topic videos, please ask in the comment section and I will meet you with another video. Don't hurry up, we will make one by one. Initially we don't go into kind of teaching stuff or grammar, something like that. First clear the ideology, because when we are having clarity about what things we have to do, then our journey is set up, and slowly we can get accurate. And I will address the kind of problems people do have one by one. Remember this, the self-talking, mirror practice and recording your voice are great confidence boosters before you make actual conversation. That is the crux of this video. Thank you so much. Thank you for your wonderful support. It inspires me and it encourages me to make more videos. See you again with another video. Bye.